Hey y'all. So some major confusion today, and I wanted to make this video to help you understand a little bit better today's lesson. So using some new technology, my computer and a big board. So here we go. Over here, find the missing number. There are question marks in these problems, and you have to find the missing exponent. So I'm going to show you how to do that algebraically. Over here, if you have a division problem, then you have to subtract your exponents. So 7 minus something is equal to 3. And we can substitute in a variable 7 minus x equals 3. Now, you might want to just use mental math. 7 minus x equals 3. Well, what does that have to be? And you can see that x is going to equal 4. Or you could subtract 7 on both sides. Negative x equals negative 4, and then you're going to divide both sides by negative 1, and x equals 4. All right, number 2, 9 to the third times 9 to the what equals 9 to the 20. Well, since this is a multiplication problem, we're going to add our exponents. So 3 plus x is equal to 20, and x is going to equal 17. All right, example 3. 11 to the what, 11 to the third, and then 1 over 11. And so this one's a little bit trickier because we have 1 over 11. Now, if a power is in the denominator, 11 to the second power, that is also the same thing as 11 to the negative second power, because remember, you can't have a negative. Now, the only reason I bring that to your attention is because that might help us when we're trying to figure out what this is. So remember, I'm going to replace this with x. X minus 3, because it's a division problem, is equal to negative 2. I don't want to put positive 2, because if it were positive 2, then this would be up in the numerator. So now I can add 3 to both sides, and x is going to be 1. Now let's just check to see if that's correct. If this is 1, 1 minus 3 is negative 2. And so I'm just showing you how to find the missing one. Now, I'm going to scoot us over, maybe a little bit closer. So solve for x. These were some of the ones that we did in class today. Solving for x, right here. My base is 8. 8, 8, and 8. So I need to focus on my exponents. Since this is a multiplication problem, I'm going to add my exponents. So just so we see, this becomes one term, and this becomes one term. So I'm going to add those. 3x plus 4 plus x is equal to 12. Just like over in these examples on the other side where we were adding our exponents. I'm going to combine my like terms. 3x plus x is 4x plus 4 is equal to 12. I'm going to subtract 4 on both sides. 4x equals 8. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And x is going to equal 2. So that is when I am multiplying bases that are the same, I can add my exponents. All right, so let me show you this one. I am dividing, my bases are the same, so I'm going to divide, which means I'm going to subtract my exponents. And I think it would be helpful to use parentheses in problems like this. So I'm going to take my 2, and I have 5x minus x plus 2. Now, the only reason I'm telling you to maybe use parentheses is because this minus is going to affect these values in here. 5x minus x, and then this minus is going to change this value right here. So, remember I told you you could put a 1 and then you could distribute a negative 1 to the values in your parentheses. You could distribute a negative 1. So 2 equals 5x minus x is going to be 4x, And then a -1 times a +2 is going to be a -2. So that is why using parentheses will really help you. You're going to add 2 to both sides, and you get 4 equals 4x. Divide both sides by 4, and x equals 1. And there is a way to check yourself. If you want to check yourself, then take whatever value you get for x and plug it back in. So let's just check. Let's go back up here. X is equal to 1. So 9, 5 times 1 is 5, so 9 to the 5th power. This is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 9 to the 5th divided by 9 to the 3rd, you subtract, and you get 9 squared, which is what we want. So that's how you can check your answer. Now, you're going to do problems like this for homework, but I've shown you how to do 2. And then if you still don't understand or you still have questions, then please ask me in class on Wednesday.